Hi, my name is Garzon, and I recently graduated from Wright College as a political science major. Initially going into Wright College, I graduated from Wayne Tech, and during my senior year, I wasn't necessarily sure what community college was, what that meant. All I knew was that my older sister went to community college, so that was as far as I got with it. I ended up applying to about 20 schools, maybe 17. During my senior year, I realized just how expensive college could be. When the bill is to you, to your name, that's when it really does hit you. So instead of signing my name onto realistically $60,000 in debt, my sister told me to stop being foolish and to basically come with her to Wright College and to figure out what the STAR Scholarship was and to overall just get the vibes from the college. At that point, I applied for the STAR Scholarship already just in case. In my mind, that's what I was telling myself. I came in the doors and everyone was just really nice. And the first place that I did visit was the Wright College Advising and Transfer Center. And I went and I talked to my college advisor one of the literally 8 times that semester. And I just sat down with him, Mr. Herrera, and we just talked about who I was, what I wanted to do. And most importantly, as I tell everyone, I asked, this is where I want to be in 2 years. And that place was Northwestern at the time. And I asked him how he was going to help me get there. So from there, we opened up calendars and we planned every single move that I made so meticulously. Through everything, Mr. Herrera really held my hand through the whole process, especially in the times that I most needed it. I met Professor Mayer. She was very quickly like one of my closest relationships. And through Professor Mayer and through Mr. Herrera at about the same time, that's when I was introduced to the UIC Fair Lending Fair Housing Program, which is essentially a program that allows students from all kinds of walks of college, graduate students, undergraduates, community college students, to attend law school for a semester at UIC Law School downtown. And I learned about fair housing, fair lending under Professor Michael Singh, who actually fought in front of the Supreme Court twice in his career, which again is something that you would not think, or at least I did not think was ever available to a community college student. And since that moment, I knew I wanted to go to law school. I knew I wanted to be a lawyer. And it just really pushed me further into my future ambitions and to my career interests, genuinely. Professor Mayer also invited me to do her Diplomacy Lab program at the specific planned time that me and Mr. Herrera were hoping that I would get into the program. So I worked with the U.S. Department of State for 2 semesters, conducting undergraduate political science research. The first semester on COVID-related policy in Southeast Asia, and I had the opportunity to be published on the U.S. and ASEAN partnership website with my policy recommendations and all things that relate to COVID. And then the second semester, I studied and researched the international policy, the effect of that on the representation of women in international politics, specifically in Iran. And I got to present to the U.S. Department of State and a bunch of U.S. ambassadors and diplomats, which again, don't really hear about. And we're actually the only community college in this specific program of Diplomacy Lab. So again, really cool. I never thought that I would ever be able to do that. I was just in so many things at Wright College, whether it was the honors program. I got published in the Great Books journal that does a bunch of scholarship every single year. And I overall just got really close to different people at Wright College and really built my support system. So any opportunity that came in the email, it was immediately forwarded to me through various different people, and through building those relationships and really meeting with my advisor 8 times a semester and being really close with the dean and having a really close relationship with my professor. Everything was very handpicked, and I was able to take advantage of every single resource at Wright College. And for that reason, I graduated as the Wright College valedictorian of class 2021. I was also the president of student government and implemented a bunch of school policy according to student feedback. And now I go to Yale, and I am an ethics, politics, and economics major, hoping to go to law school still after graduation. And everything that I've done, all the leadership experiences, all the different experience overall in different facets of academia has led me to this point and really gave me all the options and everything that I, have open to me now. So I'm super grateful to Wright College, and I look back on it. It's been a year now, almost since graduation, and I still talk about it fondly. At Yale, I tell everyone I'm a community college graduate from Chicago, and I'm not ashamed of it. It's something I'm super proud of. So yeah, coming to Wright College was probably the best decision I've ever made, and if I didn't do so, I would be right now in a lot of debt, and I wouldn't have had the experience that I've had so far and the leadership growth. So I'm really thankful to Wright College and all the things that have come because of it.